Hello, hello, everybody. This is my first time to go live, and thank you for being so patient. Good morning. Thank you for taking the time to watch this live interview. Let me see. Good morning, Texas. Good evening, Philippines. Magandang gabi, mga kababayan ko sa Philippines. By the way, to introduce myself, I am Daphne Balani from Texas, USA. I'm a physical therapist and a proud digital business entrepreneur. I joined this digital business because I have high dreams, big dreams for my family, especially my parents. I love them so much. I owe them everything, that I'll do everything for them. Anyway, I'm excited today and very blessed because everybody's supportive and happy. Have a good day. We have a good day today. Anyway, for those who are watching, tell me where you're from. Type a comment there, and then and what time is it in your area? I see my guest is there. And then Vilma's watching from Texas, USA. Yes, thank you. In the Philippines, I say salamat po, salamat. Today, I am honored and blessed because I am able to interview one of the rising stars of our digital business, and also he's a Plan B strategist and an online business mentor. Allow me to welcome Mr. Raza Aziz from Toronto, Canada. Let me see.
It's me. Hi, Daphne. How's it going?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning from sunny Toronto.
Wow, yes, it's also good weather here, but it's cold here in South Texas.
Oh, really? You want to compare the cold? What is the cold for you?
Well, when here in South Texas, when it reached 50 degrees, everybody will like have their fur coat and the thick coats come out from their closet and have their furry boots and everything.
Yeah,
So that's how we're very sensitive to cold here.
I absolutely love Texas. Had an opportunity to travel to Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin many times as well. Love it's so funny. So many times it's been cold over here in Toronto. By the time I fly down to Texas, it's warm. So I love it.
Take up your layers.
That's right, all the layers.
Yes. Oh, I would like to say hi to some people here. Bernie from Seattle, Washington, Flo from Toronto, and our nephew from the Philippines, Al Ryan. Thank you for watching. Anyway, first I would like to take this opportunity, Raza, to really thank you, because I was really not afraid, but a little bit. I don't have the courage to ask somebody to interview. This is my first interview, take note. And then my friend said, well, just ask it. There's no harm in trying. So I took courage and I messaged you, and I was just amazed when you said, yes, I'll do the interview with you.
It's definitely, it's funny. Sometimes we have a perception of others that, oh my gosh, they must be so busy and they must be this and they must be that and who am I and all that stuff. Because quite frankly, I've been in the same shoes. I mean, there are people that I admire. There are people that I look up to as well. And I know the feeling, and I'm glad you got in touch with me. And you know what? To me, my heart always lies with people who are doing something new, pushing themselves out of their comfort zone. And to me, I want to support that. So I'm absolutely, it's a privilege and an honor to be here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. We'll get into the business.
Let's do
First
it.
question. Well, first, tell me about yourself, your background, and then what were you doing before you entered the digital business world?
Yeah. So my background is just like, so many. I did go to school. I did okay in school and then got into the corporate world. I spent about 13 years in the corporate world, in human resources, as had held multiple jobs within the company. And then I remember, I think it was 2005, a friend of mine gave me a book and he's like, Raza, you look like the kind of guy who should read this book. So I was like, okay. And I'll tell you, this book messed with my head. And this was the first time that a bug of being an entrepreneur was planted in my head. And since then, it's been a whole series of banging my head on the wall, falling flat on my face, and trying to make this happen just because that book gave me new insights. And by the way, if you're wondering what the book was, it's titled Rich Dad, Poor Dad,
Mhm.
by Robert Kiyosaki.
I heard about
So
that. I think I
it,
need to get
it's an
that.
it's an amazing book. I really like it because it opens your mind, and that's what it did. And now the thing is that I didn't grow up in an entrepreneurial environment. My parents were not entrepreneurs. Their parents were not entrepreneurs, and my forefathers' lineage was not entrepreneurs. Nobody was a speaker, nobody was a businessman, and everything like that. We were very traditional: go to school, get a job, stay there as long as we can, and then retire with pensions. That's the background that I came from. So in order for me to break that mold, in order for me to do something different was really challenging just because I did not have a blueprint of how to go about it. So did a few things, and recently, just before I came here, so over the past 6 years, I had gotten myself into a speaking career. That's an interesting story in itself, how I landed up there. I'll give you a short version of it. I was invited to be at this workshop, at a seminar, at a business seminar, by my friend, and I was sitting there, and it was a 3-day workshop, and this guy who was the speaker there just absolutely blew my mind. I loved how he was speaking and presenting and
Wow.
teaching and selling. And I'm like, this is so good. I'd love to be able to do that someday. I turned to my friend and I said, I wonder if I could do that. He's like, I don't know. So fast forward a year from that time, I was standing in front of 150 people delivering the same workshop that I was sitting in. And I made that speaker my mentor, and I chased him down. I followed him everywhere. I wanted to make sure I learned from him. And he taught me and showed me a world that I had not known before. So time and financial flexibility was there. Every week I would travel to a different country, different city. It was absolutely great. I love this career. Now, come 2020, because my career was dependent on travel, everything just stopped. And just in February, like since February, I haven't traveled anywhere. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? And that's what I was doing when this business showed up in front of me while I was doing my research.
Wow, amazing story, Raza. Very inspiring.
Mhm.
Um, you know, for me, I'm a full-time therapist, and like what you said, I'm not used to being entrepreneur. All our background are like my mom. My mom's a medical technologist, and then my
Mhm.
dad's in the medical profession. He's a retired doctor now. So everything's like service. I offer the service profession, and like entrepreneurs, like, I'm like close-minded. Like there's like a cover in my eye, and then
Yeah.
every time somebody would tell me, it's like, "Oh, this business, like, it's not for me."
Yeah.
And finally, this final like 2020, we have like we have to shut down for a few days because we have to have like safety parameters before we go back to work. But man, that time I said, this is scary. I need to have a plan B now. So it's
Yeah.
like I really need to look for something. Then my one of the nurse, my friend, joined this business. And I said, interesting. I said, and I looked and looked. I didn't, she hasn't had told me. It's like, I just need to be, what is that? I
Yeah.
have to be the one asking. It's like, finally, I said, interesting. Then she sent me that video thing and I watch it. And I was like, the next is history.
Yeah.
I'm one of the entrepreneur now.
That's
And
right. That's right.
it's a blessing. It's a blessing, I would say. So, on the second question, how long have you been in the business? And what changes this legitimate, amazing business brought into your life, sir?
Um, so I've been in the business for about 4.5 months
Wow.
now. So I think August 17 or around the end of August, that's when I had started. And so February, I stopped, like, this is when I realized the world is stopping and halting, and I got to figure something else out. And I started looking at that time. So it took me the few months to get to this point. I came across, I think I was online and I came across an ad, and that ad led me to a video, a 90-minute video that I watched. And then, like you said, Daphne, rest was history. I was totally plugged in. And really, one of the things that I noticed from February to August while I was doing my research and seeing what business I want to start, what area, what career I want to build, one of the things that I realized is that any company, organization, or individual who have figured out this whole online thing are thriving, not just surviving. They are thriving in these times. And I'm like, you know what? I think it makes sense that the world is going digital, that everything is moving online. We're starting to shop online. Online shopping phenomena is like normal now. So, you know what? Let me just see how I go there. And it was really about doing things I have never done before. It was about pushing myself out of the comfort zone. And if I had simply stood there in August after watching that webinar and said, oh, you know what? I don't know how to build this business, or I don't know how to do the internet, quite frankly, I would have lost out on the opportunity, because it's not about having skills already to do the business. It's about learning as you go. I was
Tell
reading
me
a
about it.
yeah, learning as you go, just like you said. I mean, it's not like you knew how to do this live and everything like that. You're just doing
No,
it
not at
as
all.
you go. Right. So you do things as you go, because quite frankly, I mean, if we start saying no to opportunities and ideas, looking at our current results, like where we're at, we will never do anything, because we are not ready for. I was telling my daughter this the other day. She's 11 years old. I said, sweetheart, the world that we are preparing you for doesn't exist yet. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, we don't know what the world is going to be like in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Like, even I was reading a Forbes article, just you can look it up online. And in that article, it was talking about that in this time and age, execution is more important than perfection, because businesses can't rely, or individuals can't rely on just making sure that they are quote unquote ready, right? To launch a product, to start a business, and all of that stuff, because the world changes so
true.
quickly that by the time you get ready, you are living in a different world, right? And so to me, when I saw this, and I'm like, okay, you know what, this seems like it. There's a blueprint here. There are people who can help me, unlimited access to mentors and coaches. And I'm all about mentors, because quite frankly, any success I've had before is because of mentors. And the reason I've excelled in these 4.5 months is because I came in with the mindset that, you know what, I don't know anything. So just tell me, what do you want me to do? They said, do this. I said, okay, done. What's next? Do this, do this, do this. That's all I'm doing. I'm just simply following the blueprint.
I know. They have
And
wonderful mentors and coaches
yeah.
telling me, okay, do a video. Huh? What
Mhm,
video? I'm not
mhm.
comfortable with that. But first, I was like, oh my God, getting out of comfort zone is just pulling teeth. But I came through and just one step at a time. Here we go. Video it is.
Absolutely. And you're doing great. You're doing
Oh,
so great. I love your enthusiasm. I can't tell. I mean, if you had not told me that this is your first time, I wouldn't be able to tell. So kudos to you. You're doing great,
Oh,
and
thank you.
you're just gonna keep progressing. So yeah, so it's a new life, it's new energy, it's new learning, and it's new growth opportunities. And I can't, to me, I love the fact that, I woke up this morning and I had notifications on my phone that I have like people looking at my business, while I was sleeping. What world am I living in? Right?
Yeah, right. It's
So,
working while we're sleeping.
absolutely.
Well, thank you for that, Raza. Very, very informative. Thank you, thank you. Well, number three, I have mentioned in our chat that in our group, in our Facebook group, I saw your video and I was really like, huh, okay, this is interesting. I have to stop and really stop what I'm doing and watch the full video. And it says there, you explained the proper mindset when getting into this digital business. And then you mentioned three words. You have to plan, we have to educate, and then execute. Can you explain on that further?
Yeah, prior to I started this business here digitally. One of the things that I was doing is I was looking at buying businesses. So I was actually, my father-in-law is in the laundromat business. So I was actually looking at laundromat businesses. I was looking at an accounting firm, a car wash here in Toronto, because I had to do something. And somebody asked me, why are you looking at existing businesses? Well, I was looking at existing businesses because they already running and the blueprint is already there, the system is already set up. I just got to adopt it, right? And make sure that I learn the ropes and run it efficiently. And during that time, one of the things that I found, of course, I had to consult with lawyers and accountants when I was dealing with these businesses. So my lawyer said to me, he's like, Raza, if you're going to go out there and start a business or own a business, you really got to have a plan in place. Now, what does plan include? Plan simply means that, what is your current lifestyle? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses and all of that stuff? And see how you want to fit this new business into your life, and why is it that you truly want to do this. Is it just like, oh, I got tons of time and I have nothing better to do, so I'll do this business? It's like, well, or is it just I want to make money? Well, money alone is not a big enough reason. You really got to have, what is that money going to do for you? And I remember having this conversation with the lawyer, and that's where this whole idea of that particular post came about. So that's the planning part. The first thing is you truly have to understand why you want to do this business. Are you comfortable in your life? And or are there some things that you want more of time, more financial flexibility? You want to pay off your debt, maybe pay off the house, you want to help your parents, whatever it is. Well, you got to truly understand the why behind it, and then plan it out so that okay, in 2021, this is what I'm going to do. This is the kind of business I'm looking for that gives me more time and financial flexibility as well. So that's the plan part. Then the second part is to educate yourself. Educate yourself on the business models that are out there. If you're looking at this business model, this is a digital business model, an online affiliate business model. Well, you got to understand what that is. That's what we do in that 90-minute video, is educate you in why online, first of all, what are the things required, how do you go about product research, all of that stuff. And really the beauty is everything is created in the system here, the product lines and the systems and all of that stuff that we can leverage. So that's the education part. And then the third part is just a relentless execution. This is not about pondering. It's like, let me just see, I don't know if I like this. No, it's not about that. Just you planned it, you educated yourself, now go. And the faster you move, the faster you will get to success. I said this to somebody just recently. I said that if it's going to take you 5 videos, let's say, to get you to be comfortable, you can take 5 months to make those videos, you can take 5 years to make those videos, or you can do that in 5 days. So how fast are you going to move through your hesitations and through your challenges? ultimately dictates how fast you're going to get to success. So that's what those three were all about.
Yes, for me, I just have to take a deep breath and then practice a lot on my video. And my husband were looking at me. It's like, you're talking to yourself again. But finally,
We have a tendency of doing that. We talk
I
to
know,
ourselves.
I know. I finally said okay, and then finally I saw this. I let him see the video that I rehearsed maybe 10 times, and finally I got to the better one, and finally said, "Oh, you're getting better." I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, that's a plus from my husband telling me like, that video is better, not too."
Hmm. There you
Yes,
go.
yes, I know. Number four question though. Moving
Hmm.
on. In this digital business, not every this is not for everybody, like we've said. Some of them when they look at it and say, skepticism, right? Uh, have you encountered that? And then how did you? And then at the beginning, did you experience any skepticism in yourself while looking at this digital business? And to follow up on that question, for some, you're now a digital business entrepreneur, and then of course there's some inquiries and everything, and then some people are skeptical. That's live, right? So what do you say to them?
Yeah. So let me answer the first part. Was there any skepticism when I was first looking at it? I think we live in a world where I think we become skeptical. Just because there's so many things out there. Anybody can go online and start talking about that. Hey, oh, this is great, and this product is great, and this is great, and all of that stuff. Living in the digital world, I think we all have some level of skepticism, and I did myself as well. Not to the point that I was like, oh my gosh, I never want to see this again. No, skepticism is always there. But when I was looking at the laundromat, I was skeptical, right? When I was looking at other businesses, when I got into the speaking world, I was a little skeptical, right? Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do this, but I'm going to be away from my family and traveling. Like, there's always hesitations and everything like that. And this is why I said the plan piece comes in first, because you truly need to understand why you are trying to do things out of different. Because if you don't want to do a quote unquote a business or something out of the ordinary, just stay in your job, be comfortable there. And just like you said, Daphne, this is not for everybody. So skepticism can only be overcome through education. That's what my belief is. And when I was evaluating the digital business, well, to me, I reviewed the video, the 90-minute session webinar that I was reviewing. And through that, I'm like, okay, it kind of makes sense, but I'm not really, 100%. But there was an offer with a risk reversal, all of that stuff. So to me, there was really nothing for me to lose other than a couple of hours of my time to
Yeah.
evaluate this. And that's what you always got to like, okay, what is your risk, right? Can you reverse that risk, right? Like if you're moving forward in evaluating. When the accounting firm that I was looking at, they send me a letter saying that I need to deposit, excuse me, $50,000 to them in trust before they open up their books so that I can review their business model, right? I was like, $50,000, like that's great, and the car wash needed my accountant to give them a letter that I have $450,000 in my account, that I'm serious about looking at their business, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I came from that kind of world, and when I looked at this business and the leverage that I had over here, the numbers just made sense. So sometimes doing a contrast as well between two things also gives you an opportunity. And I think for people who are looking at this business, who are brand new and they have a bit of skepticism, there are a couple of things that they can do. One, they can do their due diligence, by watching the webinar, 90-minute webinar in full, where they're going to learn about your business, about your what it's about and everything, and then also hear stories of people like you and I who are making it happen. And then from there, continue to educate yourself to the point your skepticism is going to go away and a possibility is going to show up for you.
Potential, potential, potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Raza, we're almost ready to wrap up. Lastly, though, what are the three things that you love about this business model?
Mobility. This is very portable, so I just kind of, take my laptop and just kind of move wherever I need to. So that's one of the key things. I think the other thing is the opportunity and the potential to generate business while I sleep. I remember Warren Buffett's quote once. He said, Warren Buffett had been quoted saying that if you don't figure out a way for yourself to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. It was very dark, but that is what he had said. And to me, I always had that, like, I want to create something, that can potentially take me to a point where the business is running. And because this is online and my ads are running online and all of that stuff, like, it gives me that opportunity. And the third thing is time flexibility, right? Like, I don't, um, I work like maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. I think that's my max that I spend on here. And the potential is just great. I mean, I can't, in a corporate world and all of that stuff, I can't imagine working 2 to 3 hours and making the kind of money I make, right? So the time flexibility is absolutely there.
Awesome, awesome. Those are great, inspiring, motivating words from you. So really, it was fun and very educational morning for me and Raza. Thank you for agreeing to have an interview with me.
It was my
God
pleasure.
bless, God bless. Thank you, thank you. Any last words from our audience?
Last words is, stop being on the fence. It is a very uncomfortable spot. Either go a yes or a no. So that's it.
Awesome, awesome. That's a good way to end this interview. Before we go, I have to say hi to a few. Okay, my mom is watching. Mommy,
Oh,
hello
hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
from the Philippines. My sister, Helga, and my other nephew, Alvin. And then my friend Lila from Texas, USA. Flo from Canada, hello, and my other teammates watching. Thank you for taking your time, and other people out there who are watching us live. Salamat po. Thank you, and you have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Bye.